We appreciate his service and want to honor him today on America's 205th birthday.
That's been our main charity that we've been working with for 16 years, yeah. But look, it's such an honor to be, Grand Marshal of this show. You know, as I said yesterday, usually, you have like a war hero who knew he was going to die and sacrificed everything for this great country. I feel like you dropped the ball with me here,
Have successfully deployed the main They will now perform a controllability check, ensuring the canopy is safe to fly before setting up precision landing in the target area before you.
It's very boring with their sport. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I thought there were 5. I thought there were 6. Light, move, light, light,
If you look overhead, you will see each jumper has deployed a flag under their canopy. The flags being jumped in today's demonstration are the Army, Marine, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, and Prisoner of War Missing in Action flags.
You're going to drop them there.
Ladies and gentlemen, our jumpers look low enough that they can hear you. Put your hands together for the wings of war! 726 jumpers. Bringing in the Army flag. Put your hands together for Cadet First Class, Logan Gray! Up next from Fort Collins, Colorado, with 730 jumps, flying both the Navy and Marine flags. Please give a warm welcome to Cadet First Class, Taifun. Make some noise for our next jump, Charlotte, North Carolina, with 737 jumps, taking in the Air Force flag and the Space Force flag. Please welcome Cadet First Class, Collver. Ladies and gentlemen, an aerial salute to our nation's heroes that are gone but not forgotten. Our next jumpers, Cadet First Class Connor Bowles, Cadet First Class Damon Ross, will be landing the Prisoner of War Missing in Action flag.
And want to tell you all that safety is our #1 consideration. Today for the air show, we have what's called a TFR, temporary flight restriction. 3 miles in a circle around where I'm sitting here at Show Center, and up to 6,000 feet in the air. So if you ever see one of these planes up close, you'll notice the lines aren't always perfect, and they try to do that to make them stay authentic. So really happy to have them here with us today. The music going. Beautiful plane. That's the military version of the DC-3. They made the C-47s and the C-53s, the super one. They dropped Army paratroopers, and today beautiful sight to see. Let them go all the way down the straight, dropping that water right on target. Our pilots today are Chris Camarillo, Roller Box. So if you're their friends, let them know that we love their performance today. Now they're giving us a little wave. So definitely wave and let them know we appreciate them participating in your show. Chris and Roller are having a fun time. They came out and addressed you, gave you a little salute.
As a tribute to Judy, Sammy's going to draw us a beautiful heart in this gorgeous blue sky. That's looking beautiful today, Sammy. We really love that. Smoke on was one of Judy's most favorite things, and that's looking really beautiful. Thank you, Sammy. Judy passed away on May 20th of this year after an 8-month battle with stage 4 metastatic cancer. Her last flight in her Pitts S2B was at this air show in August of last year. Judy was diagnosed with cancer just 3 weeks after that air show, and she had to start a whole new journey. As a memorial to Judy, Sammy will be performing in his Pitts S1S, the exact air show sequence that Judy has flown for the past 14 years. Sammy's entering into a beautiful loop. He's going to roll at the top, and he's going to complete that loop for us. The next maneuver coming up with Sammy here is going to be a hammerhead. Judy always told me that the hammerhead was her most favorite aerobatic maneuver to fly. Judy has been active in the Santa Paula Airport community for over 30 years, owning and operating CP Aviation with her husband, Phelps. The airport is where Judy met Sammy as a young boy. Where are we, Sammy? Ah, we're going to go into a spin. There we go. Beautiful job, Sammy. A little information for you about Sammy Mason. He soloed a glider at age 14. He soloed 10 different powered airplanes on his 16th birthday. He flew his first air show in the year 2010 at age 16. He was the youngest air show pilot in the world. 2013, he became the youngest member of the United States Advanced Aerobatic Team. And in 2018, he became the youngest person to ever compete in the Red Bull Air Race Challenger Series. As we watch Sammy fly, he's going to be moving into a snap roll. There we go. Leave it to Sammy to do 2 instead of 1. Thank you, Sammy. Down line. He'll inverted now, and he's going to roll to upright and finish that beautiful 45 down line. The Wings Over Camarillo lost a beloved performer, and the aviation community has lost a teacher, an instructor, a mentor, a role model, a flight examiner, and a gifted pilot. The Ventura County 99s have lost a dedicated member, a friend, and an advocate for all women who desire to learn to fly. Most of all, Judy's family lost a wife, a mom, a daughter, and an aunt. Judy devoted her life to helping others. Her influence reaches far beyond any single airplane. Sammy's now going to do a beautiful flyby, nice, low, I'd say slow, but Sammy doesn't know how to go slow. Beautiful photo opportunity. Thank you for that beautiful pass, Sammy. Sammy always loves to add a little extra of his own flair. He's going to do an inverted, slow roll, down low, nice and beautiful. Gifts, and you can come help support our scholarship efforts, our mentoring efforts, and our education efforts. This is Sammy having fun. There's nothing better than watching Sammy Mason when he's just having some fun.
Retired colonel with 26 years of experience in the Marine Corps, tactical aviation, including a combat deployment supporting Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and more than 20 years in aviation weapon system acquisitions. Kevin came up and talked to us about the paper airplane contest he's got going on in the STEM hangar. So if you think you've got what it takes to set a new record, or you're interested in a career in aviation, or getting involved. Okay, so flying the planes that you see today, the J3 Cub are going to be Jack Watin, and the de Havilland Chipmunk are going to have Mr. Robert Moberly. In the PT-17 Steerman, we're going to have Jason, Mr. Lucky Soames. The BT-19 will be Mark Northland, and the PT-22 Ryan will be Chris Niehaus. And the left pattern, the GameBird, is going to be Chris McMillan. The RV-7 will be Scott Luck. The SW-51 will be Chad Grenier, and the RV-6A will be Norm Hall and Doug Wagner. Thank you to all our pilots for the display they're about to put on for us, and I'll kick it over to my co-host, Mr. Ron Fleischman.
Thank you, Dan. Once upon a time, 80 some odd years ago,
One of the carbon fiber.
this place was a training.
Yeah, that's the scale wing
World War
K51.
II. Down the road, you had Oxnard Airport. Oxnard was called Mariloma. They also used this as the auxiliary field. The airplanes we're flying now are trained observation. Take the general to the flight line, see where they're flying. Do anything you want. You didn't have to launch a big airplane or a whole bunch of airplanes to do the same thing. We'll see what comes over here. They're coming into the pattern now. Designed the airplane by the owner of the company. Light airplane, observation, the Army called it the L4. Two-seater. They're actually in the records of an L4 airplane with 2 pilots with 45 pistols that had actually shooting down a German airplane. The traditional Piper scheme, Piper yellow with the black lightning strike. The next airplane coming over is an English airplane made by the de Havilland people. You'll have different markings. The rondelle is on the side. Up in de Havilland in Canada, where they build that airplane, they like to name the airplanes after Canadian animals. That's called a chipmunk. The next airplane, streaming smoke, is a PT-17, sometimes a PT-13. Swap engines, different airplane. Different engine, same airplane. Easy to fly, very maneuverable, learn how to fly. L-19, that airplane is covered, cloth-covered wings. Cloth-covered wings and plywood, fuselage covered with cloth. You'll notice the marking is on that. They took the red star because it's PT-22. PT-22 is called a Ryan Sportster. Very, very sharp-looking airplane. A lot of rich people used to like on that airplane. The RVs are coming over now. These are not government-built airplanes. Some of these maybe 50, you can buy one at 4, you can buy 50 to go to yourself. Very fast, very maneuverable airplane. A nice sporty airplane to fly. Obviously, they're a little bit faster than the trainers. They like the trainers low and slow. I think we're coming in for landings now. Maybe fly them a little bit later. As I said, the airplanes learn how to fly. No navigational equipment, no radios, no uniform. A lot of times they would communicate with things like a Gosport tube, which is like a glorified doctor's stethoscope. Over 251 flying by. Looks like a big stethoscope. 1,000 foot left remaining. We can land most anything you want to. When we had 9,000 foot, we can land at 707. But what we have left, we can still land C-130s, A-10s, F-18s, and some of the big military. That's a PT-22 flapping away. Sometimes referred to as a Maytag missile machine. So the airplanes will be touching down and they will be available to see over the CAF ramp, the far end of the field. Remember, we have the entire airport for, maybe from 5 hours. It's our airport. We fly our airplanes, we can go.
It's going so slow.
That clackety-clack killer engine. If you ever see the civilian version of that airplane, it's beautiful. The trainers, you will notice, although they're easy to fly, there is a trick to learning how to fly, but they're very maneuverable. They don't have have to worry about retracting the landing gear because it's stiff airplane. It does not retract. It sticks out all the time. So which means the next airplane you might learn how to fly. Remember, your gears do go up and down.
Mike's done some vertical point rolls, and then he'll go into a torque roll for us, and then some more right to left point rolls. He's going to be doing a reverse half U-turn for us today in an avalanche in 1-1. Fantastic road downstairs, and some basic flight maneuvers in the first part of the show. Hammerheads and tumbles and rolls. He's an incredible performer in his beautiful plane. So he grew up north, he now lives in Reno, Nevada. He has over 7,000 flight hours and over 100 different aircraft types. He's got over 13 years of aerobatic experience, and he became a Boeing 777 down in 1926 with Kaydet Air, an international cargo airline. Before that, he was a corporate flight, flying the Citation 10 and King Air. He also flies the L-39s, the jets that race out at the National Championship Air Races, and the Patriots flight, as well as the old Brighton jets. And the Sailplane when the Patriots jets, as I mentioned. The B-25s were the commemorated airplanes. So Mike's happy to be contemplating his work at Airshows. We're so thrilled to have him for us today. These very unique aircraft, the SU-29. The first time that I've seen one at an airshow, although they're not uncommon. The aircraft he's flying today was built in 1993. There are 68 of them built in 1991 and 2000. The overall airframe weight by just over 100 pounds. Shared with you some of that quick roll I was talking about as he comes back upside down. He's inverted before he rolls it over the top and goes back up. Just demonstrating the raw horsepower. You couldn't hang it there off the top. Absolutely beautiful. This plane was converted into speed. Pilots call this the energy. You can either have altitude, and you can use that altitude to generate speed. Throw that plane around, spin it around on the top, and bring it back over. Fantastic. Boy, what a beautiful day for flying it is here at Camarillo. Those guys from up at their elevation, they can see the islands just off the coast here. Beautiful sunny day for us. I told you earlier, I promised the fog would clear. Just gonna have to ask you guys maybe to help me blow it away, but it's down on it. The sun's burned down. I got the beautiful Topa Mountains. Mike Mainiero going from showbox to show right today, giving you a great photo pass. That beautiful Sukhoi is in.
The red, white, and blue Cessna ahead of me. Go with a simple pull. I'm as free as a bird. Thanks, bro. My goal today is to introduce you to the sport of soaring. The best part, you can fly this sailplane that I'm in up at Warner Springs, which is only 45 minutes east of Temecula, and you only have to be 14 years old to solo. That's right. You can't even drive a car. You have to get your parents to come give you a ride to fly it, but you can do it all alone. The glider I'm flying today is Sailplane Magic Grob. It has a wingspan of 57 feet and weighs just over 900 pounds. It has a glide ratio of 36 to 1, which means on a calm day from 1 mile up, I could glide for 36 miles. Now, absolute altitude of 52,000 feet. The Perlin project, which goes between Argentina and Minden, hoping to hit 90,000. Wow, this was fun. This really happened.
Two other aircraft flew aerobatics 5 days a week and up to 3 times a day as part of the Disney show. John and Murdoch have raced the Smoke and Thunder jet car, jet trucks, and other jet vehicles, circled skydivers, and served as a skydiving platform. They've also flown backup pace plane for the Reno Air Races. And in aerobatic teams, he flew with another T-6. And with a P-51 Mustang 6-shooter piloted by Chuck Hall. That was called the North American team, and that sound you just heard was the sound of John's propeller tips going supersonic. It's a very distinctive sound to the T-6. John started flying at the age of 13, and at the age of 16, he soloed 5 different types of airplanes, even before he learned to drive a car. And before he graduated from high school, he had become a flight instructor. He has logged more than 15,000 hours of flight time. His aerobatic career started in 1974 at the age of 19. His first competition was at Apple Valley Airport here in California with the International Aerobatic Club, where he achieved high rankings in their Gold Cup championships. He continued to advance his career when at age 26, he formed his own aerobatic training school out of Hawthorne, California. And then as he descends, he's looking for 180 knots so that he can start the over-the-top maneuvers.
beginning of the first half of the Cuban age, which made on its side. The second half, as he completes that Cuban. She trained many pilots that served in World War II, the Korean War, and beyond. We have had the honor of meeting some of these pilots. One of them, Fred, call sign Crash Fletchman, crashed 5 Corsairs, but managed to keep War Dog intact. Another was actually a captain, and his real name was James Kirk, just like Star Trek, Captain James T. Kirk. John's airplane, War Dog, was built on December 12, 1944 in Dallas, Texas. Her first trip was to, and the WD painted on War Dog's tail stands for Walt Disney. Walt Disney designed Ferdinand the Bull, a small red bull with wings, as the El Toro base mascot. Walt Disney's initials, WD, on the aircraft based at El Toro. Her wings designate her as an instrument trainer. In 1946, after serving at El Toro, she was reassigned to Supermarine. Later, she was assigned to the Naval Training Command, where she was used for carrier qualifications aboard the USS Cabot off the coast of Pensacola, Florida, in California. John helped with the restoration and eventually became her sole owner. His performance consists of speeds of 60 miles per hour to over 200. War Dog has a 600 horsepower Pratt & Whitney R1340 9-cylinder radial engine with a supercharger. It's 29 feet as an advanced fighter trainer in 1938. It served as a stepping stone to fighter aircraft such as a B-51 Mustang, many of which you've seen today. And the F-86 Superjet. The basic Texan design underwent constant modifications. It gave the best possible training in all types of tactics, from ground strafing to bombardment and aerial dogfighting. So the equipment typically found on a T-6 includes bomb racks, blind instrumentation, standard cameras, and 30 caliber fixed and flexible guns. This airplane did have a tail gunner position where you turn the seat around and you shoot past it. As well as one on the nose. During the Korean War, the U.S. Air Force and Marine Corps used the plane as forward air controllers. John and War Dog salute you. We all thank you for the freedoms we enjoy and the many sacrifices you have made. Thank you. John is waving at you. Also called a dirty pass. Make sure you visit the exciting interactive display put on by the United States Army. It is located next to the DC-3 display. Or if you
Torrey is no stranger to air shows, as you may have seen him at prior shows, flying his Glass Air. He told me flying fighter jets is not like other airplanes. You're practically wearing the airplane when you're flying, and it makes you feel like Iron Man. Torrey is probably one of the tallest fighter jets, 6'3". Half if the aircraft's empty weight. There's no training airplane to teach you how to fly this jet. Your success on the first flight depends on your ability to learn and adapt to the plane very quickly, or else it can be an unforgiving teacher. On the other hand, it's extremely rewarding to do everything right and enjoy it. The inspiration for this aircraft came from sort of being manufactured around the following the early 80s, followed by its appearance in the James Bond 59 pounds of thrust, enabling it to reach 300 miles per hour.
The engine originally powered the European Unit cruise missile. The engine consumed. Give these pilots away that they tack you down in front of you. Let them know we're excited to see you. Here goes Man of War and Bunny, the TC-51, and our A-26 Helm Bell. A-26 Invader, wonderful at 15 slots. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Introduced from the Navy, ATN2, Mike Mad Dog Madrid. You told me you were born right here in Ventura, and you were part of the Seawolf helicopter. You were a door gunner.
Yeah, that's right. I was born in Ventura. 1969, I was 21, running on Olympia, and I was eligible for the draft. Ask me how that worked out. Remaining in replacement. So what they needed was close air support, helicopter close air support. And so the Navy asked the Army so I got assigned to town. Very specialty was the nighttime scramble. The Army.
Okay, well, they're going to do the steward drop to Kaydet all. We're going to have some paratroopers coming in. So if people want to come over to the veteran hangar, what do you have going on there? You sitting over there?
Yeah, I'm sitting over there with another door gunner there. We can tell you some war stories. Some of them are even true.
Coming over is the A-26 Invader. The Sailplane came out a little bit too late. It didn't fly a couple years in World War II. Didn't perform in Korea. It's a great low altitude bomber. It was going to compete and maybe even supersede the B-25 bomber. The B-51 Mustang, our country gets some good ideas and we get some bad ideas. The one bad idea they had was that black pilots could not fly an airplane.
The pilot are in communication. Look up, coming in for show right. He's getting ready. The jumpers are up. They're going to stand up, hook up, and then they'll check the static line. They'll check the equipment, and then as the jump aircraft approaches the jump zone, the jump master will say, okay to jump. Let's give him a command. Paratroopers to exit. Put on the overhead. As they simply exit the aircraft, they can demonstrate the first point of performance. Proper exit, check body position, and count. The second point of performance is check canopy and gain canopy. Watch as they maneuver their 32-foot diameter steerable round canopies near the variable wind conditions by turning the canopies into the wind or running with the wind, currently using the canopies. They can hear you now. Give them a big round of applause. As our jumpers land, they turn the engine to jumpers. By forward energy in a coordinated roll. The jumpers will then collapse the inflated parachute quickly to avoid being dragged. The paratroopers then collect their gear and clear the drop zone to continue. PTUSA.org.
Our troops are out there to pick them up and fly them back, and I will kick it back over to Ron to continue talking about the European flight as this beautiful blue Messerschmitt 108 goes by us. Ron?
That airplane just flew over the World War II airplane from the German Air Force, the ME-108. Shooting at them, explosives going off, and the fighter women shooting at them. Thank guys like this, all the veterans we have. For guys like these young the car show is going to start very quickly.
Get some of these guys airborne for an air start. You gotta watch this. Sound of the jet engine in the afternoon. Coming down the taxiway now is the MiG-17 with Jason's song. Let's let him go by and give him a big wave. You got the kids, earmuffs, earplugs, you might have a couple of wild airplane. Watch the airplane, don't listen to me. High-speed pass. Show ride, Jason Songs. Jason Songs, I can do this all day. Beautiful red plane in the afternoon uses deep blue camera. from the right in for its landing. Great job to Jason Soames. Give him a wave as he taxis by. Go shake his hand down there. Coming in from the left. Look at these beautiful mentors coming down our 500-foot line. Ladies and gentlemen, Craft T-34 Mentors. How many production workers at the Beach Aircraft Factory in 1954 could have imagined?
Up that fucking horn.
Plane number as they come around show center. John is now a resident and intends to fight a lot more now. Coming over our heads from behind. Absolutely gorgeous and great formation flying by these guys. The T-34A models were produced for the Air Force starting September 53 with the original 225 horsepower engines. After the USAF was finished with these aircraft, some went to the Civil Air Patrol, while others were given to third world countries throughout the Lend-Lease program. The T-34B models with the 265 horsepower engine were produced for check that. From the right, here comes James Webb in the A-18F Bronco. Two aircraft earn your respect. The demonstration you're about to see reflects their same capabilities. From fast tactical passes that demonstrate its ability to respond rapidly, incredibly slow flight. It showcases the precise handling that made it so effective in combat. You'll also notice the aircraft's unique Split 50 and Boeing business jet. Listen to these engines. Black ponies. Fly combat missions from Ventura, Vietnam to Yukon Delta. There are 474 supporting troops in contact, named during Desert Shield and Desert Storm, making a remarkable 10,000-mile deployment to Sukhoi and even directing the 16-inch guns of the battleship USS against Iraqi forces. And its story still wasn't finished. In '99, 474 was pulled from retirement yet again. Of commercial aviation and to Clay Lacey's enduring legacy. From the right, Mainliner O'Connor.
Together for Danny Mason and the Taifun. Pushing over Sammy's favorite maneuver, the Afro. Sammy's been in love with the Edge-540 for the racing days in the regular area. But today he won't be displaying his impressive vertical turn maneuver or his lightning time for the chicanes. He'll be showing us here at Winds Over Camarillo, above and beyond. Sammy's been flying before he even drives. 2013, he was the youngest member of the ISU Advanced Aerobatics team at the age of 19 years old. Looking up now, you can say he's pretty used to flying upside down. He's like to dedicate this to his daughter, Margot. Sam has won a lot of awards, but I think his favorite trophy he's ever gotten is being a dad. Hi guys, Sammy from the right to the left, time sky, multiple step to the right, let's put our hands together for Sammy Mason. So Sammy was outside snap and a half to a hover. So here we're going to watch this smoke develop and do a perfect ring here. And then Sam's going to have some fun with it. Ladies and gentlemen, left to right, Sammy Mason. We'll see how long the wind lets us have it.
This year, we have a completely new and advanced routine. Faster, higher, and more exciting. I promise you, it'll keep you on the edge of your seats. This isn't your standard old-fashioned formation flying going in circles. You're going to see every single maneuver in a pass. Once again, the Dawn Patrol formation team in a beautiful bomber formation. Watch the Dawn Patrol climb to maneuvers for the next series. On this turn, they're pulling up 3 Gs while maintaining a perfect separation. Watch the formation changing shape. This next formation is called the Cluster Formation, and here we go. The Cluster Formation team coming straight for the crowd in a Cluster Formation. The inside wingmen are almost at idle, yet they have to maintain a perfect formation. These guys have over 4,000 hours of formation time combined. Some of that come from a military background, but no matter the background, these pilots have one thing in common. They love their flying to landing.
feels legacy now. Acrobatic wizard, spinning tails in the air. Inverted roles, hammerheads, leaving jaws in despair. Wide eyes, all from Paris to the strip. Took me fun and fury, but his story's the script. Not just speed, it's the spirit, the grind and the sweat. Building planes like he built dreams, no regret. Raising his soul, a stick in his hand. Little man, watching pops conquer the land. Inspired to youth like the kings in the
the motion back where he actually throws the airplane like a little frisbee. He's going to the first person of color on the podium for the Reno Air Race. He made history as the first African-American pilot to compete in the Reno National Championship Air Races and earned a second place podium finish as a rookie. He's got podium finishes in 2016 and 2018 around, and he also won the stand ground. Recognized excellence, perseverance, and contribution.
B-25 is going to come by, bomb bays open, and they are going to fire techniques. Fire techniques. Now, we can't drop bombs, we can't fire real bullets, but we can pretty do a doggone simulation. So get your cameras ready, there's going to be fire techniques on this pass. That's basically the usual power. So they're going around and pass over in lines, first try, then we'll try a couple formations. What you're looking at could be of any possible object in the Pacific. A lone Japanese fighter trying to attack an American bomber. And closing behind him, looks like we have an American fighter, which is going to get on the Japanese tail.
Got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string.
Keep your cameras ready. There may be pyrotechnics, can't promise that, but there may be. Not in this pass. Get your cameras ready. Typical ground strafing operation. Here we go.
Hey now!
It's going to be strafing operation. There you go. Machine gun fire. basic color scheme on all the airplanes is navy blue. Pacific, although the Army was out there operating off of carriers, a lot of times it was predominantly a Navy show. There's no armor around the pilot. There's no armor around the engine. And most of the Japanese Zeros were flown by Navy pilots. This is the airplane flying off the right wing of the B-25. Now, people refer sometimes to that as the B-25. The Navy did not change their numbers. If you flew that for the Army, it looks like we called it the B-25. If you flew it for the Navy, you had to follow it. And this is... Here they come.